Hey guys, it is so hot outside today, like a big heat wave. Today I'm gonna be doing like a quickie video here, or because there's other videos I kind of want to do, and finally review movies that I have seen, and I want to give them a quick thoughts on it, and then I'll continue and I'll probably do another runners up video because there's two other movies I kind of want to watch as well. Oh, hopefully so. So I'm gonna get to the ones I'm gonna finally talk about. And I wanted to talk about for a while. Well, and one of them that just came out. Well, starting off with the Tom and Jerry movie, the 2021 movie. Honestly, it is so much better than the last one that had Tom and Jerry the movie title intact. I grew up with Tom and Jerry. I really loved the cartoon. I loved what do you call it? I really like this movie enough. Well, actually, this is a very, very solid movie, and everyone has said this is one of those films that's actually very close to being pretty good. And I can see why. I think it's a solid movie. Um, I really like the bits with Tom and Jerry. I think they do get a decent amount of screen time, and they are great. And when it goes to an actual cinematic comedy, I think it's fine enough. I think it did have enough good laughs. So I thought it was a very funny enough movie, and I honestly give that one an 8 out of 10. I really like Chloe Martez. I like Chloe Maurice Martez. What is that? Yeah, I can't pronounce her name right, but I really liked her fine. Like, the other actors are good. I really liked Michael Pena as one of the hotel people there. He was so funny in that movie. I loved his reaction in one of the scenes where he's like a huge chuckle, but once in a while there was a little bit of a joke that doesn't really work, but it wasn't like god awful or painful. But a lot of the time, I thought the jokes really worked. I really liked the blending of live action and animation in this one. To criticize one tiny thing, even though I think the animation alone with both the 2D and 3D is really good on Tom and Jerry and the other characters, I honestly really wish they just went more, or just like 2D animation, like with the Looney Tunes movies, or Who Framed Roger Rabbit or Cool World. But I like the movie enough, and I'm glad I saw it, and I definitely will check it out again. 8 out of 10. Another movie I saw on HBO Max was the new Don Cheadle Brendan Fraser movie, called No Sudden Moves. I have to admit, as movies that have the typical mafia crime stuff, well, it's not that much of a mafia movie, but it's more of a crime, heist and hiding kind of movie. Yeah, and as films go, it was solid enough. I really enjoy. I'd probably say it's the same rating as the new Tom and Jerry movie was. I like the atmosphere. I like the shots. I like the sets. I like how it takes place in the 50s. The acting was really good. Some of the violence was pretty good. And a lot of the actors were really good choices for this, and they all do a really good job. Of course, Don Cheadle's great, but as usual. And right now, I'm gonna say, Brendan Fraser, my man, it is so good to have you back in the movies again, man. We all missed you, and I'm glad that you're finally returning. My favorite performances from him personally is, what do you call it? Him as George from George of the Jungle. I love that movie, and I really loved him as DJ and Looney Tunes Back in Action. Like so, and Ray Liotta gets a cameo, which is pretty cool. So overall, I think it's a pretty solid flick. With solid characters, solid writing, solid acting, and solid dialogue. Um, I don't think it's up there like one of the great films of that crime movies or mafia type movies. Where he's like Goodfellas, which is my favorite mafia movie ever. I love, or like Casino, The Departed, or The Irishman, Bronx Tale, or even Black Mass, which is freaking great, man. You should definitely check that one out. But I think it's a very well-made movie. 8 out of 10 for that one. Another film I just saw, and I actually just saw it twice, and it was, of course, James Gunn's Suicide Squad. Really quick, I love the first movie, personally. Birds of Prey, technically, it's a sequel. It's a bit more of a standalone, spin-off sequel. But just Harley Quinn, and as this film goes, this one was great, and it actually has better pacing than the last Suicide Squad. And Now for this one, this is by far the best movie, or since the Guardians of the Galaxy movies from James Gunn, and he really landed a gold mine here. And this is I know I said that Space Jam: A New Legacy was probably my favorite movie of this year. I'm probably gonna place that movie second place because I did have a couple of nitpicks with that movie. But I seriously do want to keep it up of number one. But I really felt like this was a lot better. I have no issues with this movie. I will admit that some of the characters do die off in this film. Which I really wish that didn't happen. Like, I will say who does die, and particularly at the beginning, like Captain Boomerang, for example. Really wish he didn't die, because I really wish they keep him for the adventure. But with the newer characters in this movie, I friggin' love all of them. I love Ratcatcher, I love Bloodsport, I friggin' love King Shark. He was like the best part of the movie. John Cena was awesome. This is probably his best acting and his funniest moments ever. I really like that that creepy character, Weasel. That is one of the scariest friggin' things I have ever seen in my life. Period. Oh my god. But even though he doesn't really die or anything, because a lot of people have seen it, but oh my god. And the big fight was them and Starro, which I have never heard before, but I thought I thought it was cute. Them finding a giant alien starfish. It's like if Patrick Star actually has one eye and he turned giant. It's actually really cute. Creepy, but it's cute. The gore in this is like and plus this is like the most goriest film I've seen since Mortal Kombat, and the biggest bloodbath movie since since friggin' what do you call it? Quentin Tarantino's Quentin Tarantino's Django Unchained. This kind of felt like it almost felt like a friggin' Quentin Tarantino movie, like from the look and the violence and stuff, and the stuff that happens with Margot Robbie. This is kind of like that, but it's but of course with James Gunn's handprints all over it. And the best thing about the film, I definitely love all the characters, but my most favorite character in this movie was King Shark, and Sylvester Stallone was great. He's more like the R-rated Groot. That's what I want to say, R-rated Groot. And he was hilarious. Every character was great and got a lot of great laughs, and this is like the funniest film of the year for me. No issues with this one. I definitely give it a perfect 10 out of 10, and I really suggest you watch this movie right now. Now the last one. This is the one I've been wanting to talk about for a while. I've seen this a few months ago on Netflix. It is Mitchells vs. the Machines. It used to be called Connected, but they changed the title to The Mitchells vs. the Machines. And I'm going to make a quick statement that not only this is the best movie of the year, or along with Suicide Squad, but this is my true number one favorite movie of the year. Not only is it one of my favorite not only is it one of my favorite comedies, one of the best animated films, or one of the best family films in general, this was one of the best movies I have ever seen in my life. I could not believe how good this movie was. It was very strong, like incredibly strong, very well incredibly heartfelt, incredibly hilarious, and incredibly enjoyable. I was blown away by this movie, and I might compare a little bit of a Goofy movie here, honestly, because that's what everyone has been comparing it to. This is more of a Sony animated version of a Goofy movie, and I totally get that, and it's very present here. But they do some things new with it. Like, for example, the typical father that's supposed to be a part of their daughter's life, son and daughter's life or whatever, but then the certain son and daughter wants to go out and live free, and then wants their independence and stuff. But also they go on a road trip, and stuff, kind of like College Road Trip, that crappy live action Disney film. But I know there's other comedies that did something like that took the same elements from a Goofy movie. But this is the one that did this one the best. All the characters are incredibly lovable. I love Katie. I love the father. He was like the best part of the movie. Wait, the villain was great. I love the mother character. I love the kid who is obsessed with dinosaurs. He was really cool. It was done by the director. I mean, the director of this film also was the writer of Gravity Falls. And oh my God, he landed a gold mine. I mean, this was awesome on writing here, man. He really knew what to do with this movie, and I'm really glad that he did this. And of course, this was helped out by Phil Lord and Chris Miller. A lot of the animation in this film has some of the animation does feel like it's Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, or it's like with his visual style. And that's the best thing about the film, the animation. It is fantastic. Like when you look at the character designs, they look like sort of standard or whatever, but they look good, honestly. And actually, they look great, and they look so much fun to look, and they're so much fun to watch. You could also compare this to a Goofy movie with a little bit of the Lego movie as well, and I guess a bit of Avengers: Age of Ultron. Um, I laughed so hard at this movie a lot of the time. And everything about this movie is just truly wonderful. And I couldn't believe how blown away I was. I'm really glad I saw it, and I hope it gets a Blu-ray release soon instead of just being on Netflix, like how I want Klaus to be on Blu-ray right now. Um, so perfect, a huge perfect 10 out of 10, or maybe 11 out of 10. But but what do I find? Which one do I find better? Personally, I think a Goofy movie is better, or because it's a movie I personally grew up more, and of course they basically did that kind of story with Goofy, and I just love the hell out of that movie personally. But this is still really great. But this is still a masterpiece too. And I really suggest everyone should check this one out. That's it. What I have up so far. There's two other movies I kind of want to watch on Netflix, which are Witch Dragon and Vivo. And I'll get to those soon. And I have a couple other videos to do as well. So that's it from my quick thoughts. This is a run-up video. If you like what you see, or tell me what you think about these movies, comment below. Subscribe to the video, and don't forget to share the video as well. I'm Justin, the Bostonian Critic, and I will see you later. Take care.